Hello everyone!
Hi.
This is Peyton. She's going to help us today making the corner bookmark. So these are super fun, really easy to make. They just slide into the corner of a book to hold your page. So this is one that Peyton made, and she did her monogrammed initials on this one. So this one's really cute, but she's going to make one today for a gift, right? Mm-hmm. A Christmas gift. So this is what you're going to need for this project. In your sewing kit that I have given you, there's going to be two larger hearts. They are going to have two different colors because it's kind of fun to make things two different colors. So you can pick, you know what, depending on how much time you have, you could actually embroider something on each side if you wanted to. I think today we're just going to do it on one side. So you can pick, Peyton, if you'd like to pick which one you want to be like your main one that you're going to embroider. And we're going to start with that one first.
I'll do the light blue.
The blue? Okay. So we're going to start by embroidering on this blue piece. And then you have your thread that came with the kit, so you can pick which color you want. And then you need to think about what you want to say. So you know what you want to, you could do like a flower, you could do another heart, you could just do a name.
I'll do Nana.
You're going to do Nana? Alright, perfect. So for me, I'm not very good at eyeballing things. So at this point, we would probably grab a marker, a fabric marker, or if you don't have a fabric marker, you could even do a washable marker. And we're going to write on there so that way you have a guide for while you're sewing. The other thing you need to do is decide what kind of stitch you want. So for this, we could do a running stitch, or we could do a back stitch. So the running stitch is like a dotted line, so it has a space, and then the back stitch, we are going to connect it so it's more of a straight line.
I'll do a running stitch.
A running stitch? Alright. Do you want to write it on here?
Sure.
Alright. Oh wait, sorry, you're going to do it on the blue. And this way it's like she has your handwriting on there. I might need to get a darker marker. And I might get her, that marker looks like it's kind of harder to see. You could probably see it, but I might get her a darker one in a second. But before we do that, do you know what color you're going to do? The one with the dark blue?
Yeah.
We like the blue with the turquoise in this house. All right. So I'm going to start just going with my arm's length there. And what we're going to do is start, we have our string here. Perfect, thank you. Do you want to try to go over that one more time while I knot this? So I have our string. The first thing that we're going to do before we actually thread the needle is we're going to tie a knot on one of the ends. So in order to tie a knot, I'm going to wrap it around my finger. So I usually do around 2 fingers. And I make a circle. I'm going to tuck my tail in the circle and pull it. So it's kind of just making a loop. And now I'm going to try to do that 2 more times by getting the knot on top of the same spot. So loop it so that the knot is inside that circle, and I just kind of guide it so that the knot will end up right on top. And that would probably be sufficient, but I always go overboard with my knot, so I'm going to do it one more time and just guide it to go right on top. And there we go. So we have that end knotted, and then we're going to thread the eye of the needle with the other end. So your knot's going to be at the bottom, and then we're going to thread it through. And I personally like to keep the tail just kind of hanging loose. So that way if we need to undo a stitch or make any corrections, it's easy to just unthread it and pull our stitches out. Because sometimes we make mistakes, huh?
Yes.
All right, and then Everly, goodness sakes, your name is Peyton. Peyton has her handwriting on there. So she is going to start and she's going to do a running stitch. Now her writing is a little bit smaller, so she's either just going to do a running stitch, she can do it kind of small stitches, so that way you can work your way around the lettering. So I would start it right here at the end. Now all of this stitching is kind of hidden inside, so I wouldn't worry too much about what the back side is going to look like. You're going to pull it until the knot makes it stop. Perfect. And then just decide how long you want it to go. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna let her work on that first, and then when she's done with that, we can show you how to attach it. Hey guys, all right, so it's a brand new day, huh?
Yeah.
She finished up her heart bookmark last night. All we have to do is
Knot
knot it. So we are just here to show you how we're gonna knot it. So she did a whip stitch along the outside edge. So what we're gonna do to knot it, I'm gonna separate this. I'm actually gonna do one more little whip stitch right here, but this time I'm only gonna go through one layer, okay? I'm gonna pull it up, and now I'm gonna kind of, there's lots of different ways to do it. This is how I personally do it. I'm gonna wrap it through one stitch. I'm gonna pull it, and we're gonna do it one more time. And then we're gonna hide our knot. I'm pulling it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through. So felt is so funny because it's like a sponge almost. There's lots of different layers. So I can kind of stick it through. I'm gonna pull it.
and cut it.
And then cut it close to the edge. Don't cut your fabric though. And then what you can do, so you can kind of see it's barely poking out right there. So I'm just gonna kind of pull it, and then it kind of hides. And then the string is hidden inside the fabric.
Yeah.
And guess what? It is
And
all
then
done.
you're done.
It's
Use
done.
it.
It's
Give it
ready.
away. Read with it.
It's amazing. So she is gonna go wrap that up for her Nana.
Yeah.
All right guys, thanks so much for coming today.
Bye.